Bro, as soon as I joined, I got the notification. I was like, what the fuck? Why does Anthony always join our fucking lives? Yeah, we're live. Yeah, we're live. No, my volume's fine. You're fine. There's only one per- wait, are one of you watching? At least there's one person just oh, they're so nice. Zoe, we have a minute. We don't have a minute. It's 8 o'clock, guys. It's 8 o'clock. Alright, and we're live. Give me like 5 seconds. Alright, guys. We're live. Yeah. Yep.
Hey guys, welcome back to Voice Chat.
Thanks for joining us
Hi
again.
everyone, thank you for coming.
Alright.
I guess we should give you the rundown for today.
Great. We definitely have that bedtime story ready.
You already know. We give our supporters what they want.
Yes.
Yes, we promise to do it. Yes, sir. Yes, we will be giving paid. So today we want to talk about how we started Voice Chat. It's actually surprisingly a really funny story.
Yeah. Yeah, you can find it funny.
It was funny in the moment. You guys might find it funny, might not. We'll see.
Yeah.
And then we'll be talking about some high school experiences because I know you guys requested them a lot in Instagram.
Please follow our Instagram if you want to be part of the polls.
And the polls are so fun.
Yep, it's one click and then you get a whole story with one click.
Yeah, we're asking what you guys would like to hear, so yeah. You go do that. That's exactly what it looks like he did that. He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. Okay, and then
we're talking about muses after that, briefly.
Yes.
Basically, what inspires us and what motivates us in our daily lives, and why it motivates us. You know?
And our least favorite, catcalling.
Yes, we're gonna be discussing catcalling, and we'll tell you more about that later if you don't know what it is.
And then we'll be ending with a bedtime story and an outro.
Yeah, that's the rundown. So
we hope you enjoy.
Yeah. So to start on how our podcast became a podcast, Tish, you started because you were the one that came at like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, you kind of did. You were like, guys, we just started a YouTube channel.
Yeah, you.
Me? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because personally, I feel like we are actually an interesting group of best friends. Just an interesting group of people in general.
Right.
You know, so I was like, wouldn't it be fun to have like a whole podcast with us just like talking, and you guys just like watching or like hearing, being interactive with us, and stuff like that. And the name. A chat called Thirst Trap. If you guys are really OGs and you know that's what our first name for the podcast was. And then we changed it.
Yeah.
How did we change it, Grace?
So let's talk. So we were like, let's do a podcast. Well, Teresh's like, let's do a podcast, and then I jumped on it right away, and then Zoe was like, oh yeah, let's do it, because we're really interesting. And then we were like, okay, so what should we name it? And we just went with Thirst Chat. Thirst Chat, because that was the name I changed the group chat to because of my whim. And then a couple of days later, when we're actually trying, I believe this was a Sunday night, and then I was like, okay, let's talk about it on Wednesday, since our first live is on a Friday. And on this Wednesday, we come back, and I'm like, guys, this name isn't really professional. Like, who are we trying to attract with the name Thirst Trap, you know? And at first, it was like, no, we kind of really like this name. The name was quote quote original, and the Instagram was already called. Yeah, the Instagram was already named Thirst Trap and everything, so we didn't really want to change it. But we ended up changing it to Voice Trap through like asking our parents and friends, like, do you like the name Thirst Trap? And I went to my mom, and she was basically like, oh no, that's so unoriginal, And I was like, oh, it's unoriginal? Yeah, it leaves. Yeah. Yeah, she said it was really long, and it didn't really stay in her mind. And then she was like, aren't you a podcast? Like, maybe voice, like New York City voice, And I was like, that's really longer. That's longer, And that's so cheesy. And then we came up with, like, voice something. Do you remember what it was?
Voice out.
Oh, it was a voice out. Yeah, she came up with a voice out. And then Cherish was so in love with the name Thirst Trap that she was like, no, I want to keep Thirst Trap. And then I said, Thirst Trap, well, maybe we should combine it. And then Zoe was like, yeah, we should combine it. Maybe we should say, it was thirst out. Yeah, it was thirst out, and we were like, thirst out, no. And then, yeah, and then we were like, voice trap, and we really liked the name, although we didn't know what it meant, but we really liked the name, like voice trap. Wow, what a kicker, And
it sounds just like a podcast.
Yeah, it gives you the idea that we're a podcast or something related to the voice, so it's not a thirst trap, That's how we came up with the name, and the schedule and the rest of that stuff. We did that in a day, not a flex, but a flex.
How long were we on FaceTime for? We were on FaceTime for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we worked on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
we did that though. Look at us.
We had some technical difficulties yesterday, but trust me, we did practice, and it went really well during the practice. And if any of you watched the practice video, then you would see that practice was really, like, the practice video was voice trap behind scenes, and there was no technical difficulties in that. So, but yeah.
Okay. You guys want to hear about our high school experiences?
Yes.
I think you did. Okay. So, what type of high school experiences do you guys want to talk about? You two.
Basically, I suggested this idea, so I was already brainstorming this. And basically, high school experiences is like, you ever go to middle school? Well, you've gone to middle school, right? And you're just like, and the teachers are always telling you, well, high school, they're not gonna let you get by with this, like, you can't keep acting the same way. No, you can. You can keep acting the same way.
Literally. No, literally. They lie straight to our face, saying, no, the teachers are going to be harder on you. The teachers aren't going to put up with this.
Right.
Mind you, the teachers care less.
Yeah.
So that was a lie. I don't know why they did that. Hey guys, have you seen that meme where it was like different slides, and it was like, oh, that shit will slide through high school, but then it was like all of it did.
Yeah. Literally. So I went into high school, like, kind of nervous, because I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to change. And at first, you're, like, really on edge, but then after, like, the first 2 weeks, high school has that atmosphere where you just stop caring.
Literally.
You just stop caring. Not like you stop caring about life or you get depressed. Like, no. You just stop caring about what people think about you. Because you realize, like, the important people in middle school aren't important in high school. And the same thing. Once you're done with high school, you probably won't talk to half the people you knew. Or the Brittany that ruled the school. Like, no.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. My first day of high school was so intense, bro. Like, the first day I was like, oh my gosh, oh, okay, I hope there's like no shares. I was kind of worried about that, and I was like, now that I'm here now, it's like all of them are names anyway. So it's like, what was the point? What was the reason? Anyway, I went upstairs or whatever, and then we were just all gathering together. You know, tell me why I was late on my first day. Has it happened to you? Oh yeah, you told us. I went to the wrong class, and I was like, damn, am I really in this class?
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't know. I feel like I was really nervous because I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna have any friends. I'm gonna be all alone. Because I was thinking like it's gonna be exactly how it is in the movies. There's gonna be cliques. There's gonna be this and that. And I will say this is gonna be a little cliche, but I feel like there are cliques.
There are.
You know, it's not jocks, cheerleaders, this and that. There are literal cliques of people, which is a good thing, and sometimes can be a bad thing. But I think in high school, I think it's a good thing because you have a group of friends. You can chill with them and hang out with them. And see, a straggler, which me and Grace did. Grace, oh wait, no. Yeah. We invited someone to our friend group, and we're like, that's it. You're a part of us now.
Honestly. Like, I don't know, but when lunch came, I went to like the lunchroom and I sat down. I tried to find an empty table, but they were done. So I just like the current group there, and they were all friends from middle school to sit, and it was like 2 of them, and there's like 6 or 5, or I think 7 that could sit at a table. So I was just sitting like away from them.
All together?
Yeah, because it's like a circle table. And then my friend that I made in one of the classes sat next to me, and then Kaden sat next to me. And then like ever since that day, I slowly built a friend group of people who sat at that table, and we'd always just go to that table, you know?
This is interesting. I feel like the first day, I kind of didn't have anybody around. You know, like how I am. I feel like when I want to be sociable, I am. I feel like I kind of had to be sociable with other people because it was like I didn't really know anybody there. But it's like I had like that one person, you know, in like every class.
Yeah.
But like nobody really hang out with very much. Oh, my friend Natalie actually was my first friend. Shout out to you. Probably not watching this, but still.
Right. Yeah, I did have that one group in every class. And then there was those kids that were friends in middle school, and they were like a really big group, and they knew almost everyone. Like those were the main kids, and you could tell.
You guys had friends in every single day. It was not like that. Not necessarily in every class, but like I had someone to talk to.
Yeah, in every class. Like, oh, Nayeli's in my next class. Oh, let's go sit next to her, you know?
Dang,
and then out of that class, you know, you wouldn't talk to each other. You just say hi and go. You know?
It was the literal opposite for me. In my first period class, which was geometry, I literally talked to nobody. All the kids in that class were literal nerds. Not saying there's anything wrong with that.
Oh
like,
God, really?
Like, oh your God, good grades, and I'm like, y'all need to chill a little. But yeah, I didn't talk to anybody in that class. I made no friends in that class.
With me in global, like I said in the last stream, I was sat by like really smart people in the front, and I saw them working, so I wanted not to fit in, but I kind of just absorbed their vibe and like took a lot of notes in global, and that kind of helped me. But you see, if they would have been talkative, I probably would have gotten nothing done in global. Would have just been chatting away with them, you know.
Hold on, where was your seat in that class?
I was in the front, smack dab in the middle.
Damn. I feel like when you're in the front,
and then also my second term seat was all the way in the back right corner, like by the door. So by the back door. Yeah. But I like sitting in the front because you get to see him, and he always gives me eye contact and stuff. He was a good teacher, like, if anything.
He really was.
He was like the professor from Girl Meets World.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that. My global teacher, oh my gosh, I feel like he was just so bad at teaching, especially with my class. It was more like a hyper class where they didn't really listen to the teacher, so we didn't really we didn't really get any like work done.
Right.
But it was like I literally learned nothing while he would assign essays every single week when it was
essays.
Wow. What did I get from this class?
Oh no. Yeah, he tried to form a connection. Like he wasn't only there to teach and get money. Like he wanted us to honestly understand and care about history. Yeah. I think like the global teachers in the school are really good. like cause you know the department meetings, they're all like the same page. And they're the only teachers I actually saw talk to each other. Sorry though.
Really?
Yeah.
I had whatchamacallit, Cappuccino. I don't know how to say her name. I'll call her Miss Cappuccino. But I had her for AP World this year. Well, this last semester.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a bad teacher. No shade. She's an amazing person, but a bad teacher. She would assign us stuff, give us barely any time to do the work, right? And then when you ask her a question, like a genuine question, she's like, do it. Okay, I'm exaggerating this, but this is something similar to what she would say. That's a stupid question. Why would you even ask a question like that? I made it perfectly clear, and she wouldn't give us an answer to that question. And I'm just like, wow.
What happened to the teachers that were like, no question is a dumb question?
Literally.
She's the exact opposite.
Oh, she told you not to ask that question?
Yeah, she told us not to ask us any stupid questions. I'm just like,
what does that even mean, though?
Literally.
Like, what's considered a stupid question?
And people would ask her, like, clarification questions. She'd be like, it's literally so simple. I don't understand how you guys aren't getting this. I'm just like, bro.
You usually pass in her class?
No. Her class is supposed to be the hardest class that you take in high school.
Yeah.
All because of her.
No, it's AP World.
Her teaching style is like not structured. Like she's kind of all over the place.
Man, bro, I've gone into the bathrooms and there'd be people literally smoking or like doing the deed in there, and just like.
We have a whole Instagram account like dedicated to how dirty our school is.
Yes.
It's literally called Lag is Gross.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Underestimated y'all.
And people would just upload videos. Ugh, child.
I uploaded a thing. I saw a condom filled with, it was either pee or like dirty water. And it was inside of the girls' bathroom. I think I still have the photo on my phone. That's hilarious.
Dang, the janitors don't get paid enough. Sorry.
Literally, I feel so bad for them. Because, like, they're really hustling out here.
Who?
The janitors.
The custodians. Like, they're really cleaning up after these nasty kids.
If your friends in high school were to describe you, what would they say?
I mean,
act different than how you act.
In one word.
It could be like a description.
Reckless.
Why would you say that?
I would say that because if I'm talking about in actual school, like the building, I would be all over the place, running around the halls, freaking going up and down the stairs, jumping in and out of classrooms. That's not really reckless. That's kind of like goofy. But yeah, I'd say I'm kind of a class clown, but I don't tell jokes.
You know, I wasn't in school that long for them to have oppression or me to actually call them my friends. I mean, I talked to Autumn, like, a lot, and, like, you. Okay, so I had this group in gym. They would probably describe me as, like, I don't know, like, funny. I am a different person depending on where I am, but I think the overall view on me would probably be either very intelligent or, like, absent-minded, you know, like, physically not there, because I'd always be staring off into space, like, or, like, always looking up like a floater, you know, I'm always thinking when I'm with them, because I'm not talking to them, or, like, I'll jump in on some conversations, but I wouldn't really be, you know, there. Yeah.
Why do you feel like you act like a certain way with, like, different people?
Because I'm a Gemini.
That's about right.
That's
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not because I do it on purpose. It's because it's like I just do it, you know? Like, I don't realize I'm acting differently. It's just, but when I reevaluate myself, I realize, like, yeah, I act differently. Like, I don't know why I do that, honestly. It's just, I think it's because of the level people interest me. You know, because if you don't entertain me,
getting really bored easily.
Yeah.
Like,
if you don't entertain me, I start thinking in my head, like making fun scenarios or like telling myself stories or finding a way to entertain myself. So I'm not physically there in the conversation you're doing, or like I'm not there with you. Like I could be looking straight and I'll laugh, but I'm not laughing with you. I'm laughing about what I'm thinking. Okay. But with you guys, I'm always here because you guys are so entertaining and so fun. So like I'm always entertained. Like you have to just. Yeah, if you
I don't know, man.
like, whenever I'm bored, I end up doing some crazy shit to entertain myself, and it always ends up going wrong. But it was still entertaining, but I regret doing it, you know?
Yo, I feel like people in my school will call me, like, the chill type. I feel like I was that person who was kind of not like friends with everybody, where it's like, oh my god, I'm so nice. Like, how could you be that nice? Every single body, no. It was like, I was just like, not fun to hang out with, but my vibe was like, I could have you like on my like happy vibe, you know? So it's like, the conversation wouldn't be like boring with me, you know? I can't explain it. Like,
you keep people entertained.
I guess so. I guess you could call it that. But I don't know.
Now that y'all giving me these deep freaking analyzations, I don't know if that's a word, but I'm about to make it a word.
Analyzations.
Yeah, okay. I think I would be more aloof. Because when I'm with, like, my little free period group, which is usually Whitney, she's a Pisces, Bryn, who is a Scorpio, surprisingly, and a few other people, I would kind of be aloof, like, as in, like, I'd be with them 1 second, and the next I'd be running up the stairs. Like, not really escaping them, but more of like, oh, I'll be back, and I'll never come back. Like, literally that. Like, I'm not trying to get away from them. It's just like, I just so happen to. But yeah, no, but they're a chill group. I'm kind of, as I said, the class clown around them. I make them laugh. But yeah, I feel like they're all really chill people, so like they're not really as active as I am.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I tend to like just
be the one who's like the class clown.
Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, you're not giving me the energy back. And I'll be like, toodles.
Yeah, I would not be able to do that. That takes too much of my energy to put in. So I wouldn't. I'd just be quiet, you know?
But you consider yourself an introvert or extrovert, and why?
Grace, you want to go?
I'm a switch. Honestly, I think I'm more of an introvert.
Why? More of an introvert? Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, because, I'm not gonna say I prefer to be alone. Like, it's not like I wouldn't want to be alone.
An introvert?
I enjoy myself a lot. Okay, so like when you're in a crowded place, I get anxiety. You know? I hate talking to people I don't know. I hate talking on the phone too to random strangers. Like, I know it's a really common thing, especially with our generation because of technology, but like even to distant family or non-distant family, I hate talking on the phone. Or like talking to teachers, like especially on Zoom now, they'll be like, come to office hours, and even if I really needed office hours, I would not go.
Because you didn't want to go.
Yeah, and then having to carry the class online kills me.
Like, because the teachers would literally ask a question and no one would answer, so I'm like, dang. I don't mind taking over from the team every now and then, but something's gonna have to change now. Like.
Yeah, and then they get used to you, and then they're like, is Grace here? Oh, how do you feel about that? And I'm like, I didn't answer for a reason. Yeah, so I'm more of an introvert. I could be extroverted, but that's when I'm really pushing myself. But I don't show that, But I'd rather not be put in that situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like, if
saying.
I could live a simple life without bothering anyone, that'd be nice.
You're a little bit of a contradiction. Because you say, like, you're an introvert, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you want to live your life without being bothered.
Mm-hmm.
But then you want to be around, like, people who kind of entertain you, or people who are just, like, fun to hang out with. What do you have to say about that?
I like when they do it, but not me. Hey, Annalicia. Thanks for joining. Like it's like watching a movie. You're not in the movie, you're watching it. Yeah. And maybe if I egg it on a bit, but I always do it from the behind the scenes. I'm never in actual action. Like I'm like the director in a movie.
Say, what was I about to say? Something like the mastermind.
Yes.
But like not that. But
yes, the mastermind.
You wanna go next? I feel like sorry. No, I feel like I'm an extrovert because if I'm put into like an awkward situation, I wouldn't be the type to like be quiet about it, I feel like I would try to be more sociable to make it feel less awkward. So it's like, if you were an introvert, do you, like, asking you like who's an introvert, do you think that you would be quiet in a situation like that? If it was like an awkward situation?
Yes.
No. Yeah.
Yes, I would
okay, so
not.
I guess that makes me an introvert. Because I feel like I would try to push the conversation. Or anything in that awkward situation not to be awkward anymore. Like, to be more sociable. If that makes sense. Okay,
I'd probably be dying on the inside.
No, I see what you're saying. Like, if everyone's, like, not being active in a conversation, or, like, it's kind of dry, you'll be the one to, like, spice things up. Or you'll, like, bring the conversation up. If that makes sense.
It's honestly, like, if you like human interaction and you'd rather be in a group than by yourself.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was like, I love to hang out with my friends. Like, I literally love doing, like, fun things with you.
I see that, because Cherish's energy never gets drained.
Literally, I noticed that. Like, you actually no, that's a lie. Cause
sometimes, a few times,
no, literally every day. I'm just like, and then you and Zoe will just keep running, and I'm just like,
yeah, I got a lot of energy. I don't know how y'all hold that.
No, I'm not gonna lie though. In certain situations, I could not be an introvert because that's like you being like that in general. But I would be like quiet sometimes.
Right.
But that's like in a certain situation though. But most of the time, most likely an extrovert.
Right.
Okay, for me, I'd say it's a mix. When I'm around people that are really shy and I can like read people's energy, and I see that the conversation is not going to start, I will definitely 100% be an extrovert. But it also depends around the people I'm around. If I'm in an extroverted group, I'll tend to be introverted, feel me?
Yeah.
Why do you feel that way?
Okay.
I don't know why, but I just feel like, there's no need for like an extra voice to be in there. Loud voices, because I don't really like to like.
Yes.
I don't
shouting over.
But like,
yeah.
I don't want to have to be that third voice that's like kind of arguing for attention. Feel me?
Yeah.
No, I've never. That was like wow. That was really interesting to hear. Like I never looked at that perspective like that.
Right.
Yeah. I never knew you had this perspective.
I feel like in our group, it's really nice because sometimes it's like two of us are really energetic while the other one's like the backup, or all three of us are really energetic but we're not too energetic as we overpower. Like we meet each other's energy.
Yeah.
And if someone's lacking some energy, the other two like give a little.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how we balance each other so out.
Yeah.
Because we could just like match energy. Not necessarily match energy, but like I feel like we're just acting ourselves, but then the energy just matches out automatically, or just naturally.
Right. That was a good question.
I was just doing silly bits to laugh. Yeah, but definitely, I would say I'm a mix of both. I'm definitely a mix of both. But I'd say if I'm if I have to pick between one, when I'm mostly around people, I'd say I'm introverted. Because I'm usually around a lot of extroverted people. So most of the time I'm introverted. I stay quiet to myself. Don't really speak unless spoken to.
Okay. Another question. Let's have all three of us explain what we think each other would be, either introvert and extrovert, and why. From like what we see from each other.
Damn, we should have done that first.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. I thought that'd be cool. From our perspective to see what it would think for us.
Okay.
Who wants to go first? I kind of want to go first. Can I go first?
You can go first.
You can do both of us, or just one of us?
You want me to do both?
Do both. Do both.
Oh, okay. So I guess my three.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be off.
Cherish. When I see, I came from.
I was like, I do it.
I've been waiting for this one.
What do you have to say?
Ready for this one. Ready. Cherish is 110% introverted. You wanna know why? You wanna know why?
Okay, Zoe, why?
She's introverted because if you come to her extroverted, she'll turn introverted. I mean, if you come to her extroverted, she'll be extroverted. But if you don't come to her at all, she'll be introverted. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
Give a scenario.
Isn't she like a switch then?
Huh?
Isn't she then a switch? She could be introverted or extroverted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it depends on who approaches her. Feel me?
Right.
Yeah. And her environment. Okay, so let's say I'm hella extroverted and Grace, you're hella introverted. Right?
Okay.
Y'all are kind of talking. And I'll be like, yo, Cherish, pass me some fries and blah, 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 blah. You'd be like, you want to catch up with that? You give me back that same energy. If I came to you like, Cherish, pass me some french fries. You'd be like, oh, okay. I'd be like, I don't know. Actually, no. Forget the second scenario.
That was bad, yeah.
The first scenario.
Yeah, I was like, doesn't explain your reason for the first.
I know. But the first scenario.
Okay, hold on. I got you with the second scenario. So say I go to Cherish and ask her to give me some french fries. She'll probably just bring me a packet of ketchup and a packet of something else and be like, here, I got you this too. I don't know what you want, you know? She'll probably do that. And I'll be like, thanks. You know, I wanted ketchup. Thanks. You could take the other one back. You know?
I mean, okay.
And Alicia said you gotta have that balance, you know, calm and energetic, happy and sad, social and antisocial, sane and insane. Yeah. When you guys are on your crazy shit, I'm the rational one.
That's so true.
Oh my gosh, y'all. I feel like I'll be. I don't know.
No, but then when we're all on our crazy shit, it's usually Cherish that's like, wait, guys, are we sure? And then I'm like, yeah, we're sure. And then Zoe's like, yeah, we're sure.
Are we doing the right thing now?
It's one of our consciences.
That's such a fact, bro. Because, like, Cherish will do something crazy, and I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. And then Grace will be like, God, what are y'all doing?
Literally.
Like, legit, what are y'all doing? But yeah, Grace is most of the time the mother of the group. As I was saying, Grace, it's time for you. Ready?
Okay.
Grace is the same thing that I said for Cherish.
Woo.
Boom. Actually, no, I feel like you're introverted. You don't like people.
I literally couldn't even fake the woo. I was like, woo.
I'm like, no, straight up. I'm gonna be straight up. She don't like me.
Literally, I'll probably be smiling at you, but I don't like you. But I wouldn't say that to your face, you know. But you wouldn't know I won't like you, but I know.
At all. But it's like,
I'll be like, yeah.
Be like, can we hang out with someone we don't usually hang out with? And Grace would be like, and then when they leave, be like, gosh, why did she? I'll be like, oh yeah, why did she? Okay, let's
Literally, like, I'll have that conversation with you, but trust me, in the future, I will try to avoid you as much as possible.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's a hit or miss with you.
Yeah. Honestly, I get vibes, man. I get vibes. If I don't like your vibe off the bat, I'm not changing that. Like, it's not even your first initial impression, it's your vibe, because that don't change.
They really don't.
Okay.
First impressions mean a lot.
Yes.
Bro, that's not true, bro. How we first started off as being friends, guys? And we didn't. And she did not like me, bro.
Wait, I didn't like you?
Wait,
No, I was just weirded out because Cherish kept following Felicia, and I was just looking at that, and I was like, why does she keep following her? And then I thought they were friends, and then I befriended Felicia, and I was like, oh, do you know that girl? And she was like, no, she just keeps following me, and I was like, what? That's weird. But then I started talking to Cherish, and she was just like a shy little elementary schooler who had no friends. And then and then we were friends. And then Zoe came up to us, and then they became friends. And I was like, why is Cherish stealing my best friend? I was like, why is Cherish stealing my best friend? And I started getting jealous. But then I got used to it. So I was like, okay, this is just us now. I came up to Zoe and I was like, Zoe, why are you spending so much time with her? What about me? And she's like, no, we're still friends. And I was just like, bruh, what?
That was funny. I remember that.
I'm very possessive. That was because of Sanaya. That was because of Sanaya.
That was funny. And it's so funny because
we didn't fight each other. We were just buddies. We were like, oh, come on, best friend. Oh, really? Come on, best friend.
When we were in the elevator and Cherish was whispering in my ear, she's like, Zoe, don't say anything. Blah, blah, blah.
It was literally just me and Cherish being petty to each other. I was just like, I'm not going to be Cherish's friend until she apologizes to me. And then Cherish is like, no, she has to apologize to me. I'm just like, bruh.
We were so stubborn, that's why.
Literally.
Remember that when y'all gave me that bag of chips when we were in the gym?
Yes.
I should never took them in the first place. Okay.
Remember when you and Viviana poured the freaking Snapple in my shoe? I didn't realize that till after. I was like, yo, why is my shoe mad wet? What? Like, what is this? Did they even do? Oh, we went to the bathroom? No. Miss Soto, she was like, oh, you guys can take off your shoes for reading time or something like that. I was like, oh, okay. And I left them next to goddamn freaking Viviana and Grace. And then you know how it was being petty? They took a fucking Viviana's freaking Snapple.
That was odd.
I
was a witness.
Shoe.
I was a witness.
And I was just like, what is this? That's what my shoe at. I was looking for my shoe. I was like, wait, hold up. Did I not put it back in the same spot? One of my shoes went missing. I remember, I was like, bro, where's my shoe?
Remember.
And I found it like across the room or something.
That was
funny. Or like on a table. I don't remember, but that was funny. Yes. That was real funny. And I was like, bro, are my feet sweating or is the shoe just wet?
It wasn't drenched though. It was like a tiny bit, and then I got a paper towel and tried to take it out, but then I think it just went deeper into like the insole, and I just looked at Vivi, and I think that's why we left it on the table. Vivi, what do you mean lies? Shh.
Don't say lies. I remember that. Don't even. I remember that.
Bruh, it was actually really funny because she was. I don't know how we came up with it, but we just were like, yeah. You said I dare you, and I said bet. That sounds like something I do. Something I do.
That's so funny because after that we became so close.
Yeah.
Literally, I feel like every group needs that. Like, not every group, because maybe there's a group that like have been friends without having any breakups, but.
That was barely a breakup.
Right,
yeah.
But we got so off topic. And I was
yes.
I was trying to bring out back. I was really into it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go late. Yeah, I'll
Alright. Yes.
So, Zoe, you ready?
No. Wait, what are we talking about again?
Extrovert. Yeah.
That's how you know you... Okay. Zoe.
I just burned my fingers.
Come on, Cherish, or I'm gonna go.
Okay. I feel like Zoe, you're
chop.
I feel like it takes certain people around you to bring out that exterior out of you. You know?
What?
Because I feel like you're more of like a chill type. What do you
you mean
I
by
like shy, but just like chill. And I guess that's not really what an introvert and extrovert is, though. The introvert, I guess, would be shy. And I'm not really shy either. Damn.
But I kind of am an introvert because, like, when it comes to really outgoing people and, like, really friendly people, I tend to, like, be real quiet around them and just let them speak. And I'm just like, But when I'm around introverted people, I spill everything. Not spill everything, but, like, I talk a lot. I talk about the most random things, and I could talk for hours. It's not even funny. You know, how long do our FaceTimes be? How long do my rants be?
Okay.
I be freaking sending them 300
Oh, yeah.
every single day. Like, guys.
Yeah, you're an extrovert.
She's very possessive too.
No, but it's only with people that I'm really,
That's what I was
really
saying. So
comfortable
does that
with.
really make you an introvert, an extrovert?
I was gonna call Zoe an introvert because
Yeah, me too.
if she goes to a quiet person and is like super hyper and they don't give her the same energy, she'll
She's
just
gonna
like
be quiet again.
she's like a
Yeah.
fire. If she's burning, right, and if you add fuel to her, she'll burn even more. But if she's burning and you just blow on her, she's gonna die down.
I literally hate water like that. Like, honestly.
Like, she'll be super excited and they'll just be like, why are you so hypey? And then she'll just be like, oh,
Literally.
you know, those awkward situations.
Literally. I honestly don't like people like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
they just ruin my vibe. Like,
I was definitely gonna call Zoe an introvert.
Yeah, so I was like, you're more of like the chill type.
Right. You only talk usually to people that actually connect with you or you're actually connected to. Like, you wouldn't be sending. Well, Zoe has
actually, no.
Zoe has her
I
trauma.
be talking to strangers. Like,
Yeah, Zoe
hey,
has her. She trusts people a little too easily, you know. But
So I don't know. You be on some like bipolar
she's
stuff.
just a vibe. She's wishy washy. That's
put
it.
it into one. Yeah.
It's okay. Thank you for coming, Therese.
Thanks for coming. We still have a good hour. Yeah.
I said introverted.
Yeah, introverted.
Introverted. I think.
Oh my god, I hate it when people make you lose your vibe. Literally. Like,
let those people, like, it makes me change their perspective.
What is it called? Vibe vacuumers.
Vibe vacuumers?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, vibe vacuumers.
Gotta
do better.
Like vibe vacuumers. Someone who just sucks up your energy when you're with them. So you feel super.
Ooh, I hate when people have no vibe at all. Yes.
Honestly.
Like when you try to meet that vibe.
Like, what do you mean? Well, can you give an example of someone who have no vibe at all?
Like, you're trying to talk to them and they're just completely blocking you out.
Is that what that means?
Basically. Because you can't get a vibe from them. You can't get like, even if they're rude, you would be able to get a vibe from them. But no, they're just like, stop talking to me, or like, they just look at you and don't respond, you know?
Like, closed off?
Yeah.
But not really. They just, like, don't feel like expressing themselves. Like, people like that.
That would be, like, secretive then.
Well,
but that would explain.
No, the secretive people are interesting.
I feel like that will also get through all those layers or whatever.
Yeah, like an onion.
That's how I already knew. But I feel like that's such like a Scorpio thing. Not a Scorpio. This is a fucking podcast. That's like a Scorpio. The person that you were talking about, he's a Scorpio too, and it's like you're saying that like.
Oh yeah, some people are just void.
Like,
yeah.
About his vibes and stuff like that. Yeah, I will. Okay. Anyways. Yeah. So shall we move on, or do you want to go, Grace?
I think I already like told you. Zoe's introverted and Cherish is extroverted. Intro. She's a wishy-washy. No, you both are wish-washies.
Oh, Therese said, "Y'all people are just a void." Literally.
I also hate it when people associate a vibe with a stereotype. Yes, oh my god. Just because I'm tall and I have no freaking expression on my face does not mean I'm mean. I just am not here at the moment. Please talk to me and I'll come back to Earth. Like,
what do you guys think about, like, you know how people say, oh, the best high school experience is party, like, oh, high school parties, this and that, getting blackout drunk.
Yeah.
This and that.
I don't know. I don't really like the idea of parties.
I don't.
Jesus Christ, of course I wouldn't.
Judge. It's like if I'm doing that with a group of people, I'm like, best believe I'm gonna have to fuck with them, like, on a, like, certain level. Like, if I'm doing that, like, drugs or, like, alcohol or whatever, I wouldn't want to be around people who, like, would just fuck with my vibe. But, like, I know I wouldn't feel comfortable, like, not even kind of, like, safe, like, my safe zone, you know? Yeah. Like, vulnerable in that state of mind.
Right. I feel like if I knew everyone in that party, I would be okay with it. But if I didn't, then I wouldn't like that, you know? Because, like, I don't like being around strangers, especially the grinding and dancing and it being in a closed space and the loud music. And then people expecting you to always twerk. Or, like, even if it wasn't that type of party, I would still feel uncomfortable because people always look at you and you don't know if they're looking at you or not. And, like, you can't hug the wall because you're lame if you hug the wall. Like, I don't want to dance. I probably won't even like the music.
Really? I don't know.
Baby, welcome to the party. No, baby, no.
Experience blackout drink.
I would. Anyway.
Like, going to a party, like, literally going there to dance.
Yeah.
Because y'all see me on FaceTime, I literally will turn on music, lip sync, start singing, busting out some moves.
Yeah.
Because I have that type of energy, and I just like to dance. But, like, I don't know about the blackout drunk.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe just, like, friends. But if I went with friends, we'd probably just dance in our own little circle in the corner, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
I feel like some people might have, like, a stereotype about, like, I guess, like, going to parties, consuming, like, alcohol and drugs, stuff like that. Whereas, like, okay, how do you guys feel about that? I want to hear different perspectives so that I can, like, do my sense.
As what? Like as a teenager?
Yeah, in general. Like, you're just thoughts in there.
Well, I'm used to people smoking, so I know not to be stereotypical about that. But it really depends on what background you come from, because some people that smoke now end up being drug dealers, and not all of them are black. Some of them are white. So that's a stereotype that needs to stop. And it's like, also, like, you also have to think about their background, because, like, what if they couldn't achieve a higher education, so they ended up being drug dealers? That's not good, but, like, still, yeah. And then the drinkers, when you're a teenager, I probably wouldn't like that. Like, a drinker when you're a teenager, where are you getting these fluids from, you know? Because that's an actual law. Who are you getting these fluids from, and, like, why are you drinking? Like, what are you going through that made you go to alcohol? The snack counter is the only thing I would be sitting on in a party, period. Literally, I'm not grinding on no boy. I'm not wearing no booty shorts for you to freaking place your little stick and swerve it or something, you know? Yes.
No, that's such a middle school thing. Oh,
and then everyone would gather around you and hype you up. Like, the anxiety, oh no. And then if you're not doing something, they'll be like, oh, she's not moving anything. Like, I don't see you up here doing
that
anything.
also goes with who you surround yourself with, but, like, that would be, like, people who, like, judge others at a fucking party. Like, I feel like people wouldn't want to experience that. That would probably be, like, a bad party.
Yeah. And usually parties kind of, especially with alcohol, they kind of result in fights and stuff.
That's so true, because alcohol makes you aggressive.
Yeah. Or you black out and then you don't know where you're going to end up. Some stranger could take you home. You don't know. And plus, yeah, a lot of people don't watch their drink and then they go back and drink it. Like, have you not watched movies?
Oh, yeah. Never walk away from a drink and then go back to drinking.
Literally, if you leave your drink, that is not your drink anymore.
Even bartenders, bro.
Yes, they pay bartenders to mix stuff in your drink. It's so unsafe. Movies are literally, like, they're pretty accurate.
Oh, it's crazy how people, but I can go to catcalling.
Oh, yeah. The catcalling.
You're just like, nah, oh, I want to get away for a second. Let me go to the bathroom.
Alright, Zoe, let's explain what catcalling is. So that when Kirsten back.
People.
No, go to
I'm gonna give a few examples. Can I give a few examples?
You could give a few examples.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, ma. let me hit that.
Right.
Hey, Ma, can I get that? Can I get a piece of that? Are we keeping it PG?
Go ahead.
Can I get a piece of that ass?
Right. Like, can I get your snap while you're walking down the street?
Mighty fine there. Like,
so we believe.
And mind you, grown men saying this. Grown men that are probably in their 50s or 40s,
right,
maybe even 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And that's embarrassing. The fact that an old man is hitting on a child or a young woman.
Honestly.
Damn.
And it doesn't only happen in streets, it's actually taking to social media too. Like, you ever have an old guy slide into your DMs with a D pic?
Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like
that has happened so many times.
Like, I don't see why people are like,
right.
just fine.
Especially now when people don't look their age. You're saying that's a 9-year-old.
Honestly. And then they be like, how old are you?
Right.
I'm underage. Still, like, okay, that's fine. Like,
right.
Well, that is not okay. For asking me my age.
Yeah, like, I feel like you shouldn't try to meet or hit on a girl on social media. You know? And then there was that whole thing where on TikTok they did this thing to bark at men to stop the catcalling, and then that got taken out of proportion.
Honestly.
The sugar daddies, it's sick. Literally, it is sick.
You know, I've gotten hit on by a sugar mama.
Oh wow.
She was like, it was like really awkward. She's like, hey, gorgeous, you want to give me your number? And I'm just like, no, ma'am, I am 15 years of age. Okay, I haven't even graduated high school yet. Sugar mama. What? Yo, there be snap names like that.
Literally.
Oh, what's your baking account number? No.
Right.
Mind you, they think it's okay. Like, oh, no one's gonna find out. I don't understand why they think it's okay to do that.
I don't understand.
They're sick in the head, that's why.
Not even just them, but even guys our age. Like, they start talking to you. You start talking to them, and they're all nice, and you're like, oh, okay, I can vibe with them. And then they're like, yo, send me something, you know, hold me over, you know, I want to see how you look, ma. Big bank or small bank, like, no.
Like, do they think that's attractive?
Like, I could have been feeling you, but after you said that, that's the hugest turnoff. Like, if we started dating, let me be the one to be like, here, babe, remember me by this, you know, so you don't feel lonely. And no, but you asking for that when we just started talking really shows your real intentions.
It really does. And it's sad, because, like, these boys are playing these girls left and right. Just to get these pictures from these young girls. And then most of them choose to expose them, right? And I'm just like, is this who we are? Like, is this what humanity has come to? Freaking asking 15-year-old girls for freaking nudes and then sending it to a group chat? Like, that can literally destroy a woman's freaking career. I don't understand how.
And then they'd go on and make those pages where it's like Trishas and post their nudes and tag them. And then the girls would be like, ew, they're so disgusting. Like, what do you mean? They honestly, genuinely thought that they liked them.
Hey, people make like edits of like nudes. You ever seen that?
Yes.
Like, of like different girls too, and it's just like, wow.
Literally, just go to Pornhub and give the people that actually get paid to put their nudes on the internet some money. Like,
you want this?
I
have a question.
Go ahead.
What's the question? Okay. What do you think of best friends of the opposite sex? Your thoughts on that? Like, dude, having like a boy best friend, a girl having like a boy best friend, or like a boy having like a girl best friend, which was the exact same thing. What do you guys think? Grace, you wanna go?
Okay.
And then the second question after that would be, how do you feel about you being together with your significant other, but then having like a girl?
I was actually gonna lead into that too. So, I feel like a guy best friend. Okay, so they could be a really good guy best friend, but I feel like there would always be those tension moments. Or sometimes they could be an older brother, but there would always be those tension moments. Or there's always that time period where you doubt yourself and you're always like, is he really a best friend, you know? Or there could be, or it could be for them. I know it's gonna be really cliche, but like, what if they have feelings for you, but they're too scared to say something? So they just wanted to be your best friend, and then they just see you with all your boyfriends, and then you always go to them and tell them, "Oh my God, he did this," and then they're always like, "Oh, drop him," like, you're just hurting him and you're hurting yourself because he could always be your next rebound. So I personally wouldn't want to have a guy best friend, but I would like to have guy friends. If my boyfriend had a girl best friend, he would not be my boyfriend. I am protective. Like I always have the thoughts in the back of my head, no matter how much I trust you. There's always that one slip up or that.
Babe, she's my sister. I feel like from what you just, where it was like, can you say it one more time? Just the beginning. Because I got sidetracked.
I don't remember what I said. I don't remember what I said.
You remember Zoe?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was saying about how like, she fully trusts them because there's still my one slip.
Yeah. I feel like if you're having thoughts to that,
Hold on. You guys are both breaking up.
Stop being friends like that.
Yeah.
Pause.
I'm breaking up? Okay.
They're breaking up, and I don't know if you guys could hear that, but I can hear it. Alright, I'm back. Go again.
Hey, people. Hello. Okay,
Zoe.
Is it clear now?
Yeah.
So if you're in a friendship with like a friend or a girl together, and you were having
keep cutting in and out.
I heard them where like they actually, and I'm telling them about ex and stuff. And I'm like, then I feel like you should kind of stop the relationship if you're even having doubts about that, because it's kind of like I feel like with like those type of relationships like this, like the other gender, because if you're just genuinely feel like, oh, they're just one of the bros, bro. Like, I would just see them as, like, not even like that, Rather than you actually having doubts about that. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, are you done? Are you done, Trish? Yeah. Okay. Chris, is it still...
No, it got better. I think it's Cherish.
Okay. I want to talk about what you just said, right? And in my opinion, this is my opinion, I will never, ever, ever feel comfortable having my boyfriend a girl best friend. I personally would be comfortable with that.
Same.
But I'm not saying I wouldn't allow it, not like
right.
You could, yeah. I'm just saying I personally don't feel comfortable with that.
Yeah.
But if we were in a situation where he had to put his or her best friend before me, that's a different story. That's a different story, because it could either be because they're like really, 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 really like they've known that person for OD long, or it could also be because they have some type of romantic feelings for them. Right. So that's why I'm just like, but then again, I feel like what you said before, if you feel that there could be a chance of you and your boy best friend getting together, you shouldn't be in a relationship if that's the case. You shouldn't. Unless, like, if you're not with that person, like, if you don't have a partner and you do have a boyfriend and you feel that way, get together. It's up to you. Get together. Don't get together. Up to you.
but you shouldn't be with another person knowing that there could be possible feelings and there's that thought in the back of your head.
Yeah, probably that's what I was trying to say, but you explained it perfectly, so I was like, yes.
Honestly, I would be fine with them having that girl best friend if I also knew her.
Yeah. Yeah, like I can't just like not know her. Like let me get to know her. We can all hang out, this and that. But just like I don't want you to put her before me.
Literally, there's so many cases where that
happens.
Like,
I understand, like, you knowing her, like, let's say it's a childhood friend. Like, I understand that, but, like, if we're working towards something, I'm gonna need you to put me before her.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if they were in that position.
Alright, it's 10 o'clock, so let's go to the next topic.
Okay. Which would be music.
Yes, Zoe.
What motivates you?
Who wants to go first?
Music. Oh my god, I'm ready for this.
Zoe, you go first. I need to think.
Ready? Okay. So, can I say that I came up with this idea?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. And why? Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. We kind of all came up with that idea. I just like put it out there. But basically, I wanted to get into depth about muses, why they are muses, what are muses, and how we can use them. Ready? Ready?
Okay.
So a muse, or as Cherish said earlier, a drive, is something that pushes you, or is something that is there for you to do something. I explained that very bad. Someone look up the actual definition.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Well, I don't know. For me, it's kind of different.
Things that drive you to make the decisions that you make.
Yeah. Okay. So, I would say what motivates me, right? Well, it depends what we're talking about. If we're talking about,
do you want to say a scenario?
I think what motivates you in daily life. And when you're down or like depressed.
Oh, this is good. Yes. Okay. I feel like something that motivates me, it would have to be music.
Okay.
It would have to be music. A playlist or even a song that is played will literally change my whole entire mood. Like, this is gonna sound really bad. Okay. You're gonna say something?
Also, like to be more productive.
Yes. And
or like just different like drives though. But it's still gonna motivate you to do like a certain action. Whether it's to be more productive or like just sit down and just think about stuff.
Yeah. I don't actually.
I thought I wanted you to finish it before I said anything.
I don't know, cause for me, when I put on some Caribbean music, cause Caribbean music is kind of fast, cause basically shaking your ass most of the time in this dance hall. So I'll play Caribbean music when I'm like cleaning or something, or I want to get something done. But I'll put on some like slow music if I'm like getting deep into something, like really getting into the knit and grit, like basically.
That was a good example. Yeah, that was a really good example. Okay. So for me, I feel like other people can motivate me to do things. Like say, like I've seen an idea online, but like someone's like I've seen someone like creating online. It's just like, oh, wow, I like what they're doing. I actually kind of want to do something like that, and that would drive me to like start making things or start thinking about like what I want to do from those other people. Or it could be, I think that music. No, also no, not music, but in another context, it's like I hear other people's perspectives on things, so I could have more of a wide variety of perspectives, and then I would think differently, and then that would make me like come to like different answers to my situations, if that made sense.
I think we should do a scenario because this is really hard to like.
Let me go first.
Oh look, not Therese, and Alicia said, oh my god, yes, music, especially the songs that highlight the concept of Rags to Riches. It gives me faith. Oh,
wow, I love your outlook on life.
J. Cole a lot. I told you guys I wrote a song to J. Cole. One of his songs, it was an instrumental.
Oh.
Bro, I was like, I'm into this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Therese,
that was just one thing to do.
Therese said that sad music slaps so hard, even when I'm not sad, it's just such a vibe.
Yes, I thought I was the only one. Like, I
you
can
were
listen to sad music and just not be sad and just vibe out to it.
Oh, I don't know
that at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, same.
I freaking love that. It doesn't even give me that vibe.
It heals my soul even when I don't need the healing.
That's the complete opposite. I feel like my mood will change if, like, let's say some Joji comes on, I will start crying. But it also depends on what my mentality is in that moment. Like, am I reminiscing? Am I trying to get over them? Am I in love or something?
Right.
But, like, yeah, definitely. I feel like my mood will change based off what the current situation is.
I think my muse is, like, the thing that motivates me 100% is this, like, the fear of failure 24/7.
Oh, that's good.
Like, my mind is such a machine that I'll like be like, I'm not gonna do this assignment because I'm lazy or something like that, and I'll be like, but what if this assignment causes me to fail? Is this really who I want to be? Like, really, you want to be a good student, so you should do this assignment. And then I'm like, I'm gonna do this assignment. Then sometimes I'm just like, no, I don't care, I'm not gonna fail, and then that's how I procrastinate, and then I'm just like going at an internal battle with myself, like, how will I feel after not, and then how I feel after not doing this assignment, and then after the fact that I didn't do it and it turns 12, I kind of get depressed, like, damn, I really couldn't beat myself and do it. But then there's also the fact of, like, I compare myself to other people a lot, and I really look at myself from a third person's view of me, or at least I try to. Yeah, I do that a lot. I, like, have conversations with myself a lot. Yes, I'm very aware of who I am and who I'm trying to be and who I was. And, like, I'm the type to, like, if we just had a conversation, I'll be playing back that conversation in my head over and over.
Really?
And thinking of the responses I could have given and then the outcome of that. And then what that could have led to. Especially if someone comes to me for advice. And then I feel like I didn't give them advice, and then I'd probably type you a whole paragraph like 15 minutes later. So that's why whenever someone asks me for something, I try to put my best into that so I don't regret what I did later.
Yo, that was did you really spend that time thinking about that? That was really fire.
Oh, yes, I'm the same way, except my muse is the fear of living a life that ain't mine or unhappy.
I guess so we're doing general muses then?
Yeah, I said everyday life. Like, that's the most important one now.
That was a pretty fire analogy, but I see why you would change it.
Yeah.
No, I think what I said before was like, this goes back to what I say. Like, I feel like people are driven by what's logical and what isn't logical. Yeah. So it's like you're in a situation where it's like, let's go to a homework situation where it's like, I have this assignment due by 12:59 today, but I really don't want to do it. And the logical thing that you would create in your head would be, I could just, leave it for one night and do it tomorrow. And then, then you would leave it to, like, do for tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Then, like, you kind of wouldn't do it, but then at that time, you had that logical thought to actually not do it.
Right.
That's what driven you to not do that assignment.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like now that I'm actually thinking about it, it's more of my emotions. Because my emotions kind of control my life. And I feel like if I'm really not feeling something, like let's say I have an assignment or something and I feel like I physically and emotionally and mentally cannot do this right now, I won't do it. Mm-hmm. But if like my brain is telling me like, Zoe, you have to do this, like you're gonna fail if you don't do this, my emotions will take over and I won't do it. Like if I don't, I'll do it the next day. I'll take a day of rest and I'll do it the next day. But I can't.
Oh, then that also goes in how people work under pressure.
Have you ever seen those kids in school where they're like, oh, I don't care about my grades. Oh, I don't care if I get left back. And they literally don't care. That terrifies me.
God.
Like,
literally me.
Like, I would, if I get left back, I would literally kill myself. I think. Because I don't want to disappoint my mom and be left back. And okay, listen. Church, remember when I broke my phone that day we got back from the amusement park?
Did you cry?
And I started bursting out in tears. And when I called my mom, she didn't even care. She was like, it's okay. I didn't know you were going to cry. I was literally so disappointed in myself. Like, I really told myself I wasn't going to do this. And it wasn't my fault why my phone broke. So that's why I was so disappointed. But I didn't want to get mad at that person. So I inflicted all that anger onto myself and said, oh, I should have never done that. I could have done this differently. I should have watched my phone. You know, and that's why I started breaking down and crying. And I didn't even care because I hate crying in front of people, but that's how upset I was.
That's how I remember too, because like you really cried.
You were like really upset, and I was like, oh dang.
Kids that don't scare me, lol.
See, I feel like it all depends on the person and how they take different types of emotions. Because I feel like if my phone would have broke, like I'm not gonna lie, back in the day during that time, I maybe would have. I don't remember because I'm a different person. Okay, so now if I broke my phone, I wouldn't care about my mom's description. I'd be like, okay, I mean, what she would say about it, because I would just be like, dang, I literally played myself. It is what it is. On to the next. I'll get it fixed later on, you know?
Right.
Oh, facts. That's what you said when, whatchamacallit.
But don't get me wrong, I was tight. I was like, damn, that's all of me, bro. That's all I can say.
Actually, not really. It was on that biker.
Oh, yo, this is one time I was at an amusement park, and I dropped my phone on a ride, on like the ride that goes upside down, and it fell off the ride, and it broke.
Yeah.
That wasn't that funny. Because we all saw it happen in slow motion.
Literally, I wasn't even by her, but I just heard everyone say, oh, Cherish dropped her phone. And I was like, what? Cherish dropped her phone? And I went to Cherish and I was like, yo, you dropped your phone.
Ah. The whole front camera was
see,
it was, what was it? It was like the 5S.
Yes. If either me or Zoe would have been by Cherish, I guarantee you we would have held her phone or something like that. But me and Zoe were off doing our own thing.
Cherish, I'm not gonna lie, you was real clumsy. Like,
it was because I was tight that day.
Yeah, she went on a ride herself.
What was I tight about?
I don't remember.
I forgot, but I was mad at something, and I just played myself. Okay, I'm just gonna go on the side for myself, and then I fell on it, and then that happened.
I remember I just kept going on a ride with a bunch of people. I don't know. Anyways, do we have another topic? Or was that it? I don't know.
Zoe. Oh, Zoe, what?
Yeah, did you change your answer?
Oh, yeah, I changed it. Okay. Oh, no. Yeah, my emotions.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But wait, also, someone, Therese said, kids that don't care scare me. LOL.
Yeah.
I have to talk about that because every now and then, like, you know, have you ever seen that video, like, oh, our existence means nothing?
Oh my god, yes.
Bro, that video gets me every single time. I'm just like,
yeah, I think about that, but then I'm like, bro, we're literally here for a fucking reason. You know?
Yeah, but is that a reason to freaking torture ourselves, memorizing all these facts that we're not even...
But then that goes into the system.
Oh my god, not the system.
Bro.
Yes, honestly, bro, I'm so dead ass about that. Like,
and this also plays into the fact, if you guys didn't know, I'm the first child. And usually the first child, so much pressure is put onto them.
Really? Well, I've never been the first child, so let me
like, so much pressure is put onto them. And like when the second child is born, nobody cares about the first child anymore. And I'm not saying
is that how you felt?
That's how I feel now, and I'm just like, okay, my parents don't care anymore, blah, 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 this and that. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's just like, there's less pressure on me because I'm gonna have to say, in middle school, I was like, I would freaking literally cry. I would cry, and I'd be so upset if I had horrible grades, this and that, this and that. I was like, I have to be successful. My mom wants me to do this and that. She did this and that for me. I'm just like, now I'm lucky if I pass. I'm saying that I have
literally, yeah.
Kind of do.
Oh, like, I get it.
I'm just like, now I can put less pressure on myself because I don't have my mom and my dad pounding me down.
Because honestly, they don't understand. They don't understand what we're going through. They think their school life is hard, but we're living in an age where things are constantly changing, and that means we're learning more stuff. Like, history was not as crazy as the history we're learning. Okay, and the next generation's gonna have to learn about coronavirus and stuff. Like, history and the subjects just get harder because humans are still growing and we're still learning new things.
Definitely. Cherish, you were gonna say something.
Yeah, I was like, that's
sorry, really? Oh my god, not the system.
Teach this to the next generation is like, okay, whatever. No, I'm not gonna go into it too much because I feel like I would have too much shit to say. People might get offended about the shit I'm about to say.
The system.
So I'm gonna shut up.
Wraps. You gotta keep under wraps.
Right. I have a question. Oh, I was gonna say this where it was like, I realized that like before in middle school, you did care about like your grades a lot and stuff like that. And now I realize that like you're not putting as much pressure on yourself. And I never knew the reason why, and then until you just explain it, and now I feel like I get you more. But that's the thought. Yeah. Now I have a question for you guys. Why did your last relationship end? Damn, Grace. You can go first.
Damn, what was my last? Ow.
When I see this question, bro, I was like...
My last relationship?
It could be, it could be one, like, if you're not comfortable speaking about your last relationship.
I don't really count my last. The only relationship I'm going to count is Dakota's relationship.
So then count it.
That one ended because Grace and Dakota weren't really talking as much. This became a long distance relationship, so that's why we weren't talking as much as we used to. And I don't know, I just really didn't know what was going on over there. Like, you know, we would used to talk every day, but then it turned to weeks and then to months and then to not at all. So then I had a talk with myself, and I've been thinking about breaking up for like a week now. And I finally convinced myself. I was like, no, I'm gonna do it, and I pushed myself on a whim to break up with him, and I did. And he didn't respond right away because once again, the communication was lacking, and it wasn't only him because I was also missing his text sometimes. So
because you were busy.
Yeah, especially with school, and I would hang out after school too, so that was also a thing. But this was a year-long relationship, so it was not an easy decision to do. And when I did break up with him, I regretted it, and I didn't, and I had too much pride to go back and be like, okay, no, I lied, you know. And this wasn't the first breakup or break, but it was the last. I did regret it, but I pushed myself away from him.
I was okay. I'll go after you if you want to go before me.
No, wait, Grace is saying something like that.
Oh no, it was just that I was gonna go back to him, and we talked again, and I was like, no, he was like, I miss you, and I was like, oh yeah, I love you, miss you too. I'm cringing. And then yeah, but I pushed myself away, and now I'm living a better life. Okay, but I'm friends with all my exes, guys. It's better to be friends with your exes. Unless you really can't get over them, then you really gotta ditch them. Yeah.
Good luck.
Alright, who's next? Stop stalling, Zoe.
No, you guys said that Cherish is gonna go.
Okay, go ahead, Cherish.
So, I haven't really been in a relationship since like freaking
that long.
Elementary school, bro. Like,
right.
I don't get me wrong, I've talked to people,
right,
but nothing like serious.
Literally.
Okay. So in elementary school, let me tell you for that. So I like this boy, and then I like asked him out. His name was Priest, actually. No one asked for that, but that's okay.
Okay.
Let's remember that. So basically, I asked him out because I was like, yo, I think I like this boy.
Sure.
Next asked him out, and then the next day, I was sitting down. I was like, oh, I have a boyfriend. It kind of hit me. I was like, oh shit. And then we was like in, you know, in elementary school, and then after school you would go to like, what is it called? After school.
Yeah.
Or like an after school program. Yeah. So it was like that. Because we didn't go to the same school though, but
you didn't go to the same school.
And
wow.
after school, he went to me right. He was like, I love you.
On the second day?
And then he put out his hands for a hug, and I was like sitting down. I was like,
oh nah.
I was like, it was just so overwhelming. I was like, oh, I think I have to break up with you.
I would do the same thing.
I was like, I'm sorry, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. And then he was like, I forget what happened after that, but I'll never forget that story. And then,
That's
that was
funny.
That is, bro, Serge, I'm done. That is funny.
Who's next?
Who's next?
Who's next?
Me.
Okay, I guess it's my turn. What was the question again?
Oh god.
I'm gonna ask it again.
Yes.
Did your last relationship end?
Okay. So if I'm being completely honest with you guys.
Completely honest?
It was, okay, wait. Okay, I want to give them the reason why I think it ended, and then the reason why it was like surface level. Okay. So the reason why I personally think it ended was because towards the end of the relationship, there wasn't enough communication.
Right.
And mind you, I'm a Pisces. I have that gut instinct.
Mm-hmm.
And I know when something's going to happen. And I knew a week before something was going to happen. And I was being
especially all the signs, too.
All the signs, bro. And I was like, bro, nah, I need to think positive. I'm just being negative. Because I'm a huge overthinker. And I'm just like, no, Zoe, you're overthinking, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Just this, that. And then, you got to trust that gut instinct.
Mm-hmm.
It happened. And I was like, damn. I was like, okay, definitely understand. I don't want to give too much information because I don't think they're going to
just the gist of why it happened.
But the gist was because they felt like there wasn't longevity in the relationship.
Right.
Like they didn't see us going any further, but they feel like it would end at some point, and they thought that a relationship is supposed to be like when you're in a relationship, you're not supposed to see the end to it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I completely understand this and that. I respect your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And then from then on, I was just like, okay, I can already see where this is gonna go.
Yeah.
And I can see where their feelings lie. And I'm just like, okay, I understand. And I was like, I didn't say that's it, but like, I was like, okay, I guess we're done now.
Do you think you guys had like two different viewpoints?
Yeah. You guys weren't really on the same page.
Yeah, we were on the same page. And I was just like, okay, I understand. And then, yeah, we broke up. But then I told them, I don't remember, I was talking so much. I told them what I thought.
Yeah.
I told them, right?
Oh, how,
the reason why
I saw the end. No, you didn't see the end, but you was getting vibes and signs. Well, you didn't really get into
that
it.
Gut feeling.
But yeah, I had that gut feeling. I was like, bro, you gotta be honest. Not be honest with me, but you gotta like communicate. And I was trying to communicate, and they wasn't really communicating fully with me. I'm just like, head bumping.
Head bumping.
And yeah, that kind of, yeah.
Okay, I have a question. What is the weirdest thing about you, and why do you think that's the weirdest thing? Pretty weird, not gonna lie.
Weirdest thing about me.
Like a physical trait or like...
Anything.
I know what's the weirdest thing about me.
Maybe like a habit that you do?
I know the weirdest thing about
people, me.
Or... I have a couple.
The weirdest thing about me is that
Or you can say something that no one really knows.
No. If they don't know it, then they don't need to know it.
That's like...
The weirdest thing about me is probably that I like to how do I word this? I like. Wait,
I
hold
like
on. This
those
is
who
low-key the
like
best
me.
podcast that's safe space. I love it.
Guessing.
Yes, this
Wait,
is what I wanted. I wanted it to be really safe, the podcast, and like we put ourselves out there, and then you guys tell us what you like also thought on the question. Thank you for saying that. Okay, anyways, but the weirdest thing about me is, please don't take this the wrong way, but I lack entertainment and I like entertaining myself a lot, but the entertainment I like usually is messing with people on a heavy, heavy level. Like,
Wait, can you
not
say one more time, please?
not messing with people, like the entertainment. I like to entertain myself, but like, let's say I'm talking to a guy, I'd purposely be mean to him just to get to see his reaction, and I'll say some rude stuff to see some people. I like to break people, you know, or to see.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, wait. I like to break people and see how they react, but I also like to see the way people think and their viewpoints on life or on a subject in general. Like, if you're a person that has a lot of viewpoints, it's very entertaining to me, and it's like a different outlook, and it's just like food for my brain, so I like that a lot. But guys that are boring and only talk about like one thing, or people in general that only talk about one thing or don't really have a nice outlook on life, I don't really like those people. So those are the type of people that they like to cling to me, and especially if you're trying to cling to me and I don't like you, I will definitely destroy you. And then it'll be fun to me. I'll laugh at it. I'm sorry. I will laugh at you breaking.
No, yeah. Like, literally.
I feel like you're not for the weak.
Yes,
I'm
I'm not. And then, yes,
on.
and then people will come to me and think that they can handle me, and then I'll push it even harder. You know?
You don't even know.
And then there was this one guy, and I was like, do you like me being mean to you? And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, do you want me to break you? And he said, I could be down with that. And then that wasn't entertaining. I was like, no, you like me doing this to you? No, honey. No. No.
He
And I
thought,
dropped
that was
it.
probably him thinking what you wanted to hear.
I'm very random. Like, you're not gonna get me. But you could get me to some extent, but you won't fully get me, and I like that.
Like, the right answer would have been like, babe, no.
Or just be like, or he could have asked, why would you do that? And I would have been like, why would I do that? You know?
And then had you thinking,
yes.
Well, you find that person that could really
who can actually entertain me 24/7, that'll be it.
Put you in check or whatever it is.
Yes.
Oh my god, yes. I need that. That because I'm that type of person that's kind of like not like Grace. Grace is kind of the like offense. I'm the defense. I'd be like the person that's like for that. Feel me? Like I'm just like I'll annoy you until you throw some balls and tell me not to annoy you. But I'll still continue to do it. But now you know. Now I know how you're moving.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a little bit bipolar when it comes to that, because if like I text you and I see the way you're acting, and then later on, best believe I will go into like a whole like mind busting about it. I will keep thinking about it, and I feel like, oh no, I don't like how he's like responding to what I'm saying or whatever. Then it's like I will come back with a whole different vibe.
Right.
That's probably really toxic, but that wasn't the word that I was gonna say. Well,
right.
So one weird thing about me is.
That's what we were doing.
Yeah, we're talking weird things.
So one weird thing about me is that
you had a lot of weird things about you.
Like what?
They're good though. They're good.
Okay, I'm gonna share. Oh, this is from yesterday. I forgot it. I'm sorry, guys.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay. You better be thinking and not paying attention. Okay. So this is like real personal, right? But I have a really bad sweating problem.
What? What?
Like, I said don't look me that. I'm sorry. I thought this was gonna be something like different.
I did
too.
So personal. I was like, oh.
And he was bro. Like okay, it's not like that bad. Like I don't sweat a lot. Like I'll either be like really cold or I need to be warm enough where that like if I'm too warm I'll sweat. It's so weird. Like
sounds a bit weird.
But like yeah, I have really sweaty palms. Not like
Okay,
sweaty,
yeah.
but like clammy palms, which I don't like.
Right.
So yeah, that's one weird thing about me.
Thanks for sharing. Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's because I didn't expect it. It was so unexpected where I was like, wow. Because he was like, I thought it was going to be something like, not similar to what Grace said, but like a little bit more internal.
Right.
I mean, I guess that is internal. I feel like,
No, I liked it though.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't bad, but that's why I laughed.
Right.
I was
Whatever.
you didn't even have time to think. That's why I was like, you said this is going to be
Okay, any more time?
Nah, probably, but I'll try to wing it. So I feel like something would happen. Not something will happen, but like,
keep on moving the computer and the mic is like muffling.
How about now?
It's good.
My bad. Okay. Sounds like my thinking motion. So, stay in a situation where stay in a situation where someone is talking to me, right?
Mhm.
And I would show that it didn't affect me.
Mhm.
Like, yo, I'll be like some nonchalant shit, like you would not know. And even if it's in person, you still wouldn't know. But then deep down inside, I would not most likely, but in certain situations, but low key, I would be affected, and that's where, because I'm not sure to be like, oh, does this make me a weird person though? Am I getting to like?
No, that's like, I think that's kind of a pet. No, that's not a pet peeve. That's just like something that you do. I guess that is weird.
Yeah, because it's like I would be sensitive.
Mhm.
Bro,
I
that
would
just
feel
ties
some type of way,
Scorpio.
but you
That
would
ties
never
you being a
know.
Scorpio.
Yeah, so I was like, when she was like, I'm sensitive, my sister told me that.
Right.
I was like, am I? But then I was like, I think I might be under love. But like, you still would never know. So you would think I'm not sensitive, but like deep down inside, I am, and it would affect me. But I was still like move accordingly. Like, okay, bitch, if you're moving like this, I'm out. You know?
Right.
Yeah. Good job. I have another one. Ready?
It's probably toxic.
That's not toxic. You don't need to show people blindly.
In certain situations, bro, I'm gonna have to need to put my like heart out, not my heart out there, but like how I'm truly feeling out there. If I want to like advance in some type of relationship or some shit like that, I don't know.
Mhm.
Okay, I got two things. This one's kind of a pet peeve, but I don't like nonchalant people. Like, this goes off this side. I'm sorry, I don't. Like, if you don't express emotions to me,
I'm nonchalant.
Yeah, like, no. I'm
Right.
sorry. And also, a second weird thing is that I have this really weird thing where when I'm talking a lot, I have to be moving. Like, if I'm, like, I have to be moving. I have to be walking back and forth. When I'm on FaceTime, I'm walking back and forth, pacing across the room. Like, I have to be moving. It's so weird. Like, I can't sit still. Like, I have to be doing something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I have something. I hate being restrained or feeling restrained. Like, okay.
Situation wise?
You mean like emotionally or like?
Yeah, I was about to say
both. Like, if I don't want to be somewhere, don't force me to be there. Cause
yeah,
I hate that.
noticed that. I recently noticed that about you.
Literally, I will try to fake it, but I cannot fake that I want to be there. Like, it'll show in my actions, my personality, or like my face. You will get the message that I do not want to be there.
Yeah, I realized that.
Like,
I was telling you.
No, you can go.
It was your thing.
Oh, okay. Or like relationship wise, at some point when it feels restraining, I'm just thinking of every way to get out of where I am or what relationship I'm in, friendship or what is it called? Friendship or
relationship wise?
Yeah, like a friendship is a relationship.
Yeah, it is. I was thinking that too.
It's fine. Well, you get it. Like friendship or boyfriend, I wouldn't want to feel restrained. Or like even in rooms where I can't get out, I don't like it. Yeah. I just really don't like being restrained. I like being able to go where I want and be where I want and say what I want, especially say what I want. Like if I feel very uncomfortable and I'm in a situation where I can't say I'm uncomfortable, I'm going to say I am uncomfortable. Or I will leave that situation. Like we could be having a weird talk And if I feel like it's better for me not to say, I will get up and leave. You know? Like, to my mom, when we're fighting and she's, like, grilling me for no reason, and I realize that me fighting back is not going to get to her because she won't listen or, like, she just won't understand, I will leave, and she'll get mad, and she'll be like, get back here, and I go back to her, and I'll be like, Mom, I'm not going to talk to you right now because whatever I say is not going to enter your head, and it'll just aggravate me, and in order to preserve my current move, I'm going to leave. And then I leave. Like, I've done that so many times to her.
That's why communication. High five. Usually I will leave.
Because fighting her back and forth wastes my energy, and it just doesn't, it's not productive. So I've learned to just, up and leave and come back at a later date.
Damn. So cool. I realized that before, that, like, you don't really like being pushed to do things that you don't want to do. Because I remember I was telling you to watch One Piece or whatever. I was like, bro, watch One Piece. You need to watch it. You need to watch it. Like, hop on it. And he was like, yo, like, chill with that. I don't really like. I think you actually said I don't really like. You didn't say I don't like being restrained, but you still like that. But like, yo, I don't really like being pushed to do that. Just chill with that. Like, okay.
Yeah, like peer pressuring. The peer pressuring situations are not cute for me. I don't go with the flow or follow the crowd. Like, if everyone was getting Blades, I wouldn't tell my mom, hey, Mom, give me a Blade. Everyone in school has one. No, I'd sit there quietly and watch them play with it. Like,
for some reason, my mom would be like, oh, is it because everybody else has it? I'm like, no, because I just genuinely want it. If I did want it.
Right. They sometimes do the weirdest things, because I'll be like, Mom, can you give me an apple? She'll be like, is it because everybody wants an apple? I'm like, no, I genuinely want an apple.
So weird. Like, when I would say I wanted to sit down my hair, she'd be like, why? It's because Zoe and Grace did it. I was like, what? Where did this come from?
Really?
What? She does that, yes. Well, not really anymore, but she's done that a few times, like 1 or 2 times.
My mom just knows it's a stroke of inspiration or a wild whim I'm on. Honestly, if she turns me down, I'll probably give up on it and then go on to my next thing.
I see that.
Like, good hair. Maybe because you didn't want it bad enough.
Maybe.
To, like, fight for it.
I mean, I gave up on Zhao pretty easily.
Zhao? Because someone else came on EXO.
Yeah, that's true.
See?
What's the next question? Ooh,
what are 3 things you value most about a person?
Oh, man.
Internally, externally, just 3 things in general. And why?
3 things I value about a person.
Most about a person. Like, I guess it could be, if you're still a little confused about the question. Say if, like, you have a friend.
Yeah.
What 3 things that you would value in that friend, like, which would drive you to be friends with them? Or, like, you know?
This is hard. This is a very hard question for me.
You want to think about it? I kind of got it.
You go ahead. I'll think.
Okay. This goes friendship-wise, and, like, when I'm like, speaking to anybody, but, like, not, like, talking-wise, as in, like, trying to get into a relationship, but, like, literally when I'm speaking to anybody that I genuinely want to have a conversation with, like, even my parents, or, like, even a relationship, like, I'm gonna need communication. Like, I need someone, like, with communication, that's also a big thing. I'm gonna need honesty, and, like, when I mean honesty, I mean, like, all of it. Like, I need you to be completely honest with me. Like, don't bullshit me, because y'all be real with me, and I love that. Like, even if it's something that I don't want to hear, I still want to hear it. Like, I don't care. Even I'll be upset. I'll be like, God, seriously, y'all BSing me right now. Don't do that. But I tell it straight to me, and I love that. So communication, 100% honesty, and to be honest, come back to me for that last one.
Okay. I got it. So, thanks, Zoe. You really helped, man. Just gave me enough time. So, I'm going to agree with you on communication. Like, I've been telling you guys, tell it to me straight. Because honestly, I hate when people beat around the bush. Literally, come up to me and just tell me whatever it is. Because I hate when you're like, Grace, so, here's the thing. No, just tell it to me straight. Spit it out. Come on. Like, so, like, don't beat around the bush with me. Another thing is probably something that's really important is space. Like, don't cling to me, you know? I guess that goes back to restraint, but literally, I can't deal with clingy people. It gets on my last nerve if you blow up my phone every 5 seconds. But it's like with Zoe Cherish and Viviana, they can blow up my phone, and I would text back, but there are some moments where I'm like, yo, who is blowing up my phone? And we would have had a conversation in the last 3 seconds, and I would have went back to doing my thing and then forgotten that we were having that conversation. So then they started blowing up my phone again. And I was just like, oh yeah, I'm texting them, okay. But like,
you passed the check.
Yeah. So then my nerves calm down. But if someone's blowing up my phone and it's not one of them, I'm just like, bruh, no, why are you talking to me? Like, literally. That, and then the last thing would have to be, I like people who are really interested about certain things. Like, it could be anything. Not a goal, but they're interested in something. Like, those people that aren't really interested in anything or like a bunch of things but don't like any of them in deep understanding of them. I like the people like, bookworms. You talk to a bookworm and they could tell you a story and they'll go really into detail and why that story was important to them. Or you talk to an artist and they'll tell you why art is so important and why they like painting and what each painting means to them. Or you talk to a musician and they tell you why they like music. Or you talk to a cook and they tell you why they like cooking and why they cook. I like people that are really passionate about something in life because they're so interesting. And it gives me a different outlook every single time I talk to them. So, like, yeah.
That was fire. I like all of them, but like the last one hit.
Thank you.
So, for me, I value someone who is, like, not judgmental. Like, if I'm friends with you and I feel like I have to, like, I can't open them fully to you because I feel like I'm going to get judged for, like, being me, like, damn.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah. And then someone who is as ambitious as me, like, say I'm at volleyball practice and someone that's, like, really going hard because they want to, like, learn more, they want to do more. I'm like, oh my gosh, I respect that girl because it's like she's putting in the work for, like, to do what she wants. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to be friends with you. I message you. And definitely. I guess the last thing would be, I wrote them all down. That's what I'm going to do. I know I was going to forget if I did. So someone who respects themselves. Like, you're a bad bitch. Like, even if I don't really like you personally, when I say that, like, you respect yourself, I'm like, yo, I banged with you. But, like, I still go into depth about that. Yeah. Like, I'm not really self-love, but, like, like, that air on people which is, like,
they're confident and not insecure?
No. Because you can still be insecure but respect yourself. More like they know their worth. They know their worth. It could be that if that like helps you understand what I'm trying to say, because it could involve that. Come back to me. I'll think of it. You finish your last one, and then can I have an extra one? Because you said 3, now I have 4. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna have to say the first thing that Cherish said. I forgot what it was, but I begged with it. Not being judgmental. Yes. I can't be around judgmental people. Because if you judge my actions, like let's say I tell you something and you judge it, I'm just like wow, okay, I can't be open with you anymore. Right. I know from now on not to be open with you. Like I understand giving your opinion, but like criticizing me for something that I did is a no. That's basically judging me. And I'm just like, that's a no. I can't be open. And I know from that point on, I will not and cannot be open with you after that. Right. That's my third one. My fourth one is gonna have to be comprehension and understanding. Like, if you can't understand something that I'm saying or understand who I am, or actually, no, it has to do with my opinions and ideas. Right. If you can't understand where I'm coming from, and trying to or at least trying to understand or trying to comprehend where I'm coming from, like
It also goes into communication.
Really go, yeah.
Yeah, like I can't really bangs with you. Feel me?
Yeah.
Or is that kind of confusing?
No, that was really straightforward.
Yeah.
I like that. Like, if you can't understand where I'm coming from, like, you don't even have to agree with me, but if I see that you're trying to look at my perspective and different perspective, you're not so one-minded, one-sided in, like, your perspective.
Yeah, like, you gotta be open-minded.
Yeah.
Right.
And then my last one, I changed it up a little bit. Someone who, like, knows what they want. Like, looking at both of you guys. Like, you don't have to know what you want all the time.
Right.
You don't have to always be sure, because it's like, bro, that's what life is about, bro. Like, finding out what you want in your path.
Right.
You know? So if it's like you know what you want, and you, like, yeah, did that explain it? Not really. I want to go deeper into it, but my mind, like, okay. Maybe I can
maybe you have like ambition. Oh wait, wasn't that your second one though?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a little different, because you can know what you want, but you can move differently on it, you know? Like, being is more like, moving into it action-wise. But, like, knowing what you want is you thinking on it.
Having a plan. I don't know. Seeing your future or something, yeah. Yeah, seeing your future self or something, I don't know.
No. More like, no, it's like, not like your future self. You're not really thinking about the future. You're thinking about in the moment, and you're moving in the moment.
So you think, then you act?
Yeah, I guess. Or you could like gradually get that.
But like, as long as you're thinking on it.
What do you mean by that?
Like, you're not just avoiding it? Or no?
Oh, that could go into my third one. Not in my second one, though, but the third one. Where it's like, you know what you want. You're not going to be like... Actually, I'm going to change it.
You're not going to procrastinate?
No. That goes into moving how... Because knowing what you want doesn't have to... I'm going to change it up. I'm sorry, guys. I can't... like, explain it. And now I forgot. I was going to say it. You asked the question. I was like, what was in my mind? Oh, people who can... Basically what Zoe said. People who can look at different perspectives. Because I love talking to people who have different outlooks and people who can look at different outlooks.
Yeah.
While they have different outlooks. It's like we're all learning together.
Yep.
And we're all seeing different perspectives together. And... includes that, and I think we should get into our story time.
Yeah.
Best story.
Yep.
Guys, we actually listened to you.
Yes.
And we prepared a whole story for you guys.
I don't know. I'm doing this against my will.
No, never that.
That was a joke. I kind of want to do this.
Okay.
Because it got rhymes, my people.
We practiced this once. We practiced this once. Alright.
Oh, so you said practice, like, no, Cav.
No. Are you guys ready?
No. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me get it.
Tuck yourselves into bed. Oh wait, it's only like 9:47.
People might go to sleep at that time.
Yeah. Pretend you guys are going to sleep. Close your eyes. Dream. Use your imaginations, okay?
Hopefully this will relax, yeah.
Yes. Are you ready?
Is my audio good right now?
Yes. I believe so. I haven't listened to this whole stream. So I'm gonna go and listen to the stream. I am gonna post this one. And if the audio is horrible, I'm actually gonna cry.
Tell us. They would tell us if it was
I feel like they would have told us. Okay, here we go. Candy. I wasn't free to. Oh my god. Okay. Candy King. In England lived a boy so vile. At breakfast he'd devour a whole pile of every single flavored sweets and sticky gooey chocolate treats, cola cubes and jelly snakes, 15 giant birthday cakes, flying saucers, sherbet dips, bubble gum, and cherry lips. With breakfast down, you'd think that he hadn't eaten quite enough to be ready to switch from this junk food to something wholesome, something good. Alas, just sweeties would suffice. To him these treats were paradise.
I'm absolutely fine and dandy. eating this delightful candy. He cried aloud as he shoved in 400 biscuits from the tin.
The biscuits were his pre-lunch snack before he launched a full attack upon his favorite dark lagoon of melted chocolate with a spoon. You'd think he'd know he'd had enough of all this sweet and sticky stuff.
But then you hear the shouts of Mum. I need a tub of chewing gum. He'd chew and chomp and munch and gaw until he could not move his jaw, then swap the gum from 7 cases filled with bright red strawberry laces.
Before he went to bed, he'd gulp 6 pints of soda from a jug, then quickly rush back down the stairs and wolf a tub of gummy bears. Some people even said his dreams were filled with chocolate raspberry creams, and as he slept he stuffed his chops with sugar-coated lemon drops.
But then one day a little boy, while playing with his favorite toy, screamed out, "Oh, Mommy, have you seen my hair has turned the brightest green?" His mom looked over terrified.
Your skin turned purple too, she cried, with quite disgusting yellow spots and little orange polka dots. Oh no, he said, what shall I do? I'm taking you to Dr. Sue. I'm sure she said that she will know. Put your shoes on. Quick, let's go.
His mother rushed him to the doc, who looked at him with utter shock. In all my days I've never seen a boy looked like a jelly bean. But you must promise me that you're going to change your frightful way and eat your veggies every day.
He said, I will be good as gold till I turn 18 years old. I'll eat my veggies every day and change my sweetie eating way. Right, that's good enough, she said. The boy now faced down in the bed.
Okay, hold still, then I will pump this medicine into your rump.
The antidote then filled his veins and through the awful groans and pains.
He shouted, I'll never eat another blooming nasty sweet.
And sure enough, from that point on, his sweetie eating days were gone. The end.
The end. I wish you could see this picture. I'll describe it. It's a boy with ginger hair eating a carrot. He's a little overweight. That's okay. Yeah. It's just, I love veggie.
Yeah. We'll post the story on our Instagram story. But, this was so funny. I was trying so hard not to laugh.
I was like, oh my gosh,
bro. Bro, I missed so many lines. I had to improvise half the words I read because I read them wrong.
Yeah,
so you skipped the line.
Yeah,
I was like, her.
I skipped the line?
Yeah, it still rhymed though. It still rhymed though.
Yeah, I was like, wait, where is she reading at?
Right.
And I looked, I was like, oh, it's the next line.
Right.
What line?
Your boy, she said, I have a cure.
Oh, yeah, it was that one.
Yeah.
The one above you're supposed to read, I think.
That was beautiful. Whoever wrote that, great job. I could really envision it. Oh my god.
5 stars.
Teresa, I'll remember you when we're famous. I swear.
You're the OG who stayed with us.
Literally, so supportive. Ugh. But,
guys, Teresa's my friend. She's in my class.
I'm based with you.
She's our friend, Zoe. She's our friend.
Our friend. Nah.
She was my friend first, but okay. Should we end early?
I don't know. Should we end early?
I think so.
Saturday
night.
Saturday Night Live.
You stayed this far into the podcast, you're an OG, and leave the place that you want to go to most. And Zoe,
your favorite shape.
Yeah.
Oh, that kind of rhymed.
Not really.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
So the place you'd like to go and your favorite shape.
Really appreciate it. Thank you for supporting us.
Yes. I won't ask you to spread the word, but you know, throw it in a couple conversations.
Yeah.
You know.
We would appreciate it if you guys did.
Yeah.
You ladies and gents and them and theys.
And those and who's.
Now that's wrong.
That rhyme. Look at me. Oh, poet out here.
It was smooth.
Yeah.
Whatever. whatever. They're jealous of my rhyming skills. I mean, who wouldn't be?
Okay. Alright. But honestly, I really wanted this to be a safe place where you could come to every Friday and Saturday, especially because of Corona and school is. So, you just come and talk and hear these stories for hours. France and Triangle per.
Guys, I wanted this to be a place where every vibe to be accepted through us, and for you guys to get a different outlook on different perspectives,
And I will definitely try to figure out how to upload the videos to our actual channel because it looks so clean.
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
Don't we have to edit it though? We're gonna have to edit it.
Yeah. But yeah, should we end it?
Yes, sir. Bye, guys.
Thank you for joining.
Y'all are OGs. See, for some reason, I don't really like the word fan because it's like, it kind of sounds
family.
like you're like
squad.
Just someone who follows someone. Yeah.
Voice Trap Nation.
You're literally here supporting us right now. I feel like supporters better.
Okay, yeah, supporter.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Guys, Jana.
Matane.
Go watch some anime, y'all.
Thank you, bye. Oh no, thank you. Okay, I'm ending it. I'm ending it. Okay.
Let's not be those.
Yeah, I'm ending it. Okay.